Yeah, man was right again. Kamaru Usman officially dethroned, officially no longer the UFC. I mean, I guess not really dethroned, he wasn't the champion anyway, but officially lost to Leon Edwards. I'm gonna let you guys know my thoughts on that and the whole card. Thank you guys for watching. Welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I filmed a video, man. I've just been doing live streams. If you guys missed them, they're still up on the channel if you guys want to watch them. And while we're at it, talking about streams every Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern, we are going to be streaming on this channel. Tune in for that. We're going to be talking everything about MMA, then with whatever happened the night before, and I'm excited to do that. Q&A this Thursday. Make sure to leave some questions in the comment section below, and I'll get to them then. And please hit the share button, subscribe, you know, post on whatever page, Reddit page, post on SureDog, I don't care, just post this thing. We gotta get this thing out. Thank you guys for watching. Let's just get into the card. Now, before we get into the card, as always, I'm gonna talk about the prelims. Some of the highlights: Muhammad Mokaev staying undefeated, almost getting submitted by a knee bar, but somehow made it out and got the submission at the end of the fight. Jack Shore winning his featherweight debut. Juliana Miller losing her fight, making us think, how good was TUF 29? Probably not at all. And a lot of great fights on the card. But let's talk about the main card. We're gonna start off with Marvin Vettori, Roman Dolidze, a very close fight, a very controversial fight when we get to the decision. I gave round 1 to Roman Dolidze, round 2 to Marvin Vettori, gave round 3 to Roman. I thought Roman won the fight. I thought he just did enough in that third round, but the judges got it wrong, and that's just my opinion. At the end of the day, as I always tell you, if it goes to a judge's decision, you gotta expect a bad decision. That's why you have to finish the fight. You have to finish the fight and make that a priority for yourself. And for me, I can't be mad about a decision unless it's a blatant robbery. I've talked about this at length before, so I don't want to keep boring you. But what's next for Marvin Vettori? You know, I wouldn't mind seeing him against Sean Strickland. I know they're friends, so that might not happen. Maybe Jared Cannonier was a good call out. Roman Dolidze isn't done just yet. I mean, we saw that he's able to compete at the top. Maybe he fights Derek Brunson. I don't know if he's retired, confirmed. Maybe he fights DDP. All those interesting options. And then we get to the next fight, Casey O'Neill versus Jennifer Maia. And I thought that Casey O'Neill lost this fight just because of fight IQ error. Jennifer Maia reminds me of a lot of Rafael Fiziev in the fact that they don't kind of come into range as good as they counter. Like, they do better when the opponent is coming towards them and then they get to counter. Like, whenever Casey O'Neill would be moving forward, she would just get blitzed by fast punches by Jennifer Maia. And I think Casey O'Neill would have done a lot better if instead of overextending, would have just jabbed, kicked the legs, and let Maia come to her. Because I guarantee you, if Casey wasn't doing anything, Maia would have been frozen, and she would have gotten countered, because we saw Maia would come forward and get countered by O'Neill. That's when she was having good moments. So I think her game plan should have just been like, hey, let me stay on the outside, let Maia come to me, and counter off that. Just a fight IQ error, and look, she's very inexperienced. She's 9-0, well, now 9-1. At the end of the day, I think she's only going to be better from this loss, so you can't really be too mad about it. And now we're going to be talking about Gunnar Nelson versus Brian Barberena, a fight that, you know, kind of went as I expected. I wasn't so sure I was going to get out of the first round. Gunnar Nelson winning by submission, a beautiful armbar. Once he got on the ground, the guy was just on another planet. Gunnar Nelson is an underrated mixed martial artist, and I know he's not going to win a belt, and it doesn't look like at least that he's going to, but he is just so technical with his martial arts, with his karate and his jiu-jitsu. But now we're going to be talking about Justin Gaethje, Rafael Fiziev. What happened? A lot of people saying this fight's a robbery. Let me give you my thoughts. Round 1, you give to Fiziev. I thought that was a pretty clear-cut round. Round 3, of course, you give to Justin Gaethje. And round 2 is the question. Round 2, I gave to Gaethje. Gaethje lost the first round. The second round, Gaethje just outdogged Fiziev. It was a pure battle of will. And then in the third round, I thought Gaethje was a lot more technical with his jab, and that's what won him the fight. If you guys will recall, that's what I said was going to win Gaethje the fight. Keeping Fiziev on the outside, using the jab, because like I said, Fiziev has trouble going forward. He likes to counter and use his speed to his advantage. If you're just going to jab at him, throw the leg kick, stay at a distance, Fiziev is going to get so frustrated with that. And that's what won Gaethje the fight, and I'm super excited. I think what's next for Gaethje, Poirier versus Gaethje 2. Let's just do this in International Fight Week. Winner fights Islam in Abu Dhabi. I don't know if that's going to be a fast turnaround for them, because I assume the winner, that's going to still have a lot of damage. That would be a fun rematch, or maybe even a fight night main event in New Orleans and Louisiana for Dustin Poirier even. That would be just an awesome fight to make. I think nobody would be against that fight, right? I mean, that would just be violence. And then maybe the winner of Poirier and Gaethje gets a title shot if Beneil loses. But if Beneil wins, obviously there's nothing to debate. Beneil should get the title shot. And for Fiziev, I think you should fight the winner of Arman Sarukian versus Renato Moicano. That's happening in April. And then I think the winner of that fight's a top 5 guy. Okay, but now we get to the main event, the fight that's going to take up most of this video. Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards. The fight that everybody said I was crazy for picking Leon, and now all of a sudden everybody said that they picked Leon. Funny how that works. So regardless, first, Leon had a very good first round, which I thought was going to happen. Even if he lost to Kamaru, we saw in the first fight that he had a really good first round. Second round was much closer, but I gave it to Leon. Third round is where it gets interesting. You know, as you guys know, Leon grabbed the fence, got a point deducted, and in my opinion, Leon lost the third round, and for me, it was a 10-8 for Usman, so at that point, it was a draw. Then in round 4, I gave to to Usman. But it was very close. I know a lot of you guys say I'm wrong, but I gave to Usman. I thought Usman won it, but it was so close, so I'm not mad about it. In round 5, you obviously give to Leon. I had the fight a draw. I had it a draw. One of the judges had it a draw as well. But if anyone should have won the fight, it should have been Leon. You cannot score the fight for Kamaru. And it seems like there's not as much talk about the fight as there is to what's next, because Colby Covington was in the building, made his call out, and is now getting the title shot according to Dana. What's going on with that? Does he deserve it? The answer is no, he doesn't deserve it. Let's be honest. But it's gonna happen. Some of us have Dana White privilege, some of us don't. Bilal right now is crying in a corner somewhere. Poor Bilal Muhammad, because I think Bilal deserves it, because remember, he fought Leon on short notice. He saved that event. I think he should have gotten the title shot, but it's whatever. Colby is next, and that's a fight that's interesting, and I'm going to be picking Colby as of right now. I think in a lot of the positions that Leon was in the last fight, I think Colby would take advantage of where Kamaru didn't, especially against the fence. I think he would just push the pace, push him against the fence, pressure him, keep him pushed against the fence a lot better than Usman was able to. You see, the reason that Leon wasn't able to stay to the fence, because Usman would overextend his right hand a lot of the time, making Leon able to slip out and get back to the center of the octagon. He should have just tapped him lightly, kept track of his footwork, and kept him glued against the fence. That's what Usman did well in the first fight, and he just didn't do so well in this fight with that. But I think Colby would be doing that much better. He would be grinding you against the fence, pushing you against the fence, holding on to you. I got Colby by decision in that one, and I hope that's the co-main event of International Fight Week, because holy crap, I'm going to cry of happiness. That card looks insane, especially if they keep Volkanovski and Yair on that card. But I assume they're going to put Yair and Alex in June, but we're going to see about that. Let me know what you guys thought about the card. I thought the card was really good. It was a fun card. I was a little disappointed going into it, because yes, you didn't have the Asmals, you didn't have the McCanns, you didn't have the Patty Pimblets of the world, but all in all, it was a pretty good card. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think is next. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one.